Hi everyone, welcome back to Wola Zabierzowska for episode number 10. I can't believe we're that far in, but we are. We're 10 episodes in. We move forward to August the 1st. Just checking on the goats. We have milk there as well, goat milk. They're okay for food. Loads of hay. It's all in the shed. I done that when I finished up the bed the last time. How close are we to getting pallets? We'll have pallets in this episode anyway. Briefly, before I start on my harvest, because my barley is ready here and my first flax field is ready on the other side. Had a bit of an issue. Mistakenly, somehow, when I was loading the game, I actually selected every mod I had in the folder and loaded them all up and didn't realise. And when I moved forward, the enhanced finance mod kicked in. So I had to make a few changes then because I'd actually saved the game. Now, what I done was it was easy enough to put the loan back to 150 because I just paid off what was left and then took out a new loan. Now, I did have €744 in the bank before I moved forward. So what I done was I put the balance at, I took the loan interest off that because I didn't do anything else. I just moved forward. So we should be bang on where we are. We're down a little bit of money. But I was a little bit worried because I actually had an issue getting into the game when I took some of the mods out that weren't part of the game, if you know what I mean. Before I had the issue, they weren't in my game, and I took them out, and then I couldn't get back in. It just kept loading shaders. So because I hadn't saved the game, I was able to just go back out again when I didn't get in and load up the game as it was. Just took the enhanced mod out. And what I'm actually doing at the moment is most of the mods I have not installed are huge big tractors and huge big machinery and stuff I'm not using. They're not gameplay mods, if you know what I mean. I don't have an awful lot of gameplay mods. There'd be buildings, there'd be cow barns, there'd be stuff like that. Stuff that I reckon I wasn't going to need in this save at all. I should have really pushed that around a little bit more. I've crop destruction on. Bold. There you go. You didn't say that. Just give it a little tap so we can get into it. Our brand new combine on our header. And we're willing to treat it like a piece of junk. But anyway, I'm going to just slowly remove some of the mods that I know are, because I know one of them somewhere along the way, when I removed everything that I knew I hadn't got installed, obviously caused a conflict because it just kept telling me this is only going to do one headland. Oh, it's actually doing two. Okay. This field for some reason only gives me one headland. There you go. We're off and running, getting our barley field done. Yeah, it just caused a conflict. Are we dropping SWAT? Because I had it turned off. Oh, we are. Yeah. No, actually, I had it turned off in another map. And I was doing crops that don't drop straw. I turned it off. It just, I don't know what it was, but it's obviously something I loaded up. It could be a cow barn or something like that. But what I'm going to do is just, every time I come in, I'm just going to remove two mods when I've saved the game and come back in. You know what? Let's clear the yield. Canola on that, or yield map, and we need to go into the field and clear yield map. Okay, there we go. So we should have no yield map, and then it'll start to pop up again then once it would have been the yield map that was on it would have been for grass. So just swap that out and get rid of it. Yeah, I'm curious as to what caused it. I really am, because I did say I had problems on this map before where it crashed on me. Now, it was a different type of crash. It wouldn't even load up. So hopefully it's just a slight mod conflict when it was loading. It's loading okay now. So I'll go through them slowly and see can I eliminate whichever one it is. But for now anyway, yeah, it's great to be back in a harvest time to start making money again. We could sell this barley if we want. We'll hang on to it until the top of the market. Hopefully we'll have a flour mill by then, and we can actually make a little bit more money out of it by doing the production with it, rather than just say selling it as barley. And yeah, I suppose you could say, because of the way I played it, we're doing our first proper harvest. Because all we've done to this stage is grass, because we just ploughed in the crops that were in the fields and started from nothing, basically. Anyway, gonna work away at this, and I'll bring you back when I get over to the flax field, because it'll be our first assigned crop, let's say, that we're going to be harvesting. So it shouldn't take long to get this field done anyway. I have the trailer on the back of the tractor ready to go to unload the combine anyway. Okay, I'll just knuckle down, get the job done, and then we'll bring you back in. Oh, I haven't even looked at contracts. I just said, right, it's not raining, let's get our own fields done first. I just unloading the combine. It was nearly full. I did put the first load straight in. I was right beside the silo. Okay, just while I was doing this, I was thinking there had to be property maintenance as well, and production costs. So I had a look. It turned it around about 238 euros, which didn't come out. So what I'm going to do is, while I have you here, I'm actually going to remove that money now, because I want it to be as accurate as possible. So we're going to do a minus 238. I'll tell you what, let's make it 250. So we know we're covered on everything. I don't mind it being a little bit over. There you go. So we're definitely right money wise now. Just you know what, playing on PC has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages as regards mod conflicts and that. I don't know whether you get many mod conflicts on console. I think it's more probably not, because it's probably script mods which you won't get on console anyway. In a lot of cases, a lot of the script mods you won't get that you can get for PC, and it's probably just something stupid. I'm going to go through them, as I said, slowly and find out what could it be that's loaded. I did remove quite a chunk of mods when I discovered I couldn't get that what had happened, and I literally just working my way down. I took 3 out when I came back into the save, and the next time I quit out and I've saved it, I'll take another 3 out, and so it's going to take me a bit of time to work through them. Really should be using the tool that gives you your mod folder, and you select your mods for your save, and that's it. And even FarmSync guys, after developing a newer mod for us, I think, don't know whether it's launched yet, but he had a video about it, and I know there's a few of them out there that you can do that. And yeah, it was just one of those things, but luckily we rectified it. I was really concerned that I wasn't going to get back in at all, and I was going to be left high and dry after putting in 9 full episodes done and dusted in the bag, and then all of a sudden, how do I get back where I was? And it's kind of going, will I start over again? Be honest with you, I probably would, but then I'd feel I'm starting over in the advantage. You know what I mean? Because I won't make the same mistakes I did make already on this, as we all do, and we all learn from them. So, like on anything, if you start out again, well, okay, that didn't work the last time, I'm not even going to bother trying it, or I'm going to get a better tractor, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So anyway, yeah, we're okay anyway. Everything's clear. I nearly finished this field. I'll just get this wrapped up. I'll bring you when I'm starting on the flax field. Okay, putting the last of the barley in the silo. I emptied the combine when I was passing by. This is probably on the grain door. Let's see, grain door it is. Yeah, let's change that. And once we do this, we'll have a look at the stock check and we'll see how much barley we have. Here we go. Now, stock check, barley, 27,000 litres. It's worth 10,000 in January. What was the other grain we had that we put in here? Poppies, wasn't it? Yeah, poppies. So that's all we had. So it is 27,000. That is quite a decent yield off that field. You know, and that's because I've done everything with it. What's going back in there? I've no idea. Why am I saying I have no idea? You'll see later on this episode. Let's just say we have crop rotation and I don't get to decide. Anyway, I'll explain more. I need to run something and it'll tell me what I can put in. Yeah. We're doing flax. We're doing our first flax field. And it does drop straw, and the straw gets processed in the local seamstress. Is that what it's called? Hold on. I can't remember. Local seamstress. Not local seamstress, sorry, spinnery. And what we do is we can make flax rope, or we can make flax straw, fabric out of flax straw. Rope out of flax straw or fabric. So we're going to do fabric. I don't know how much we'll get. We won't get that much. It might be worth our while doing flax again for that particular reason. I'm kind of thinking if I was doing crops, the barley was done for a reason. That was done to have food. If we put down chicken coop, I didn't clear the what you call it on this field. Let's do that again. See, I only started doing clearing the yield map now, so that's why I'm kind of only doing it now. I haven't done it before. I seen who was clearing it? I can't remember. I seen another content creator doing it, and you can clear the yield map. Now we're going to get all green on this because this is loam, and it was a full field of loam. Everything was taken care of, 100%. It was looked after perfect. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get, there's where I damaged it. Yeah, you can still see that. We're going to, shall I say, I might as well tell you now. Yeah, we're going to spin the wheel again. As in, not spin the wheel. We're going to do, as I said before, I've used ChatGPT to pick my crop and then pick my second crop, my millet. It picked, even though it had all the root crops in. And then I used it to do a 6-year crop rotation on the 4 millet fields. To give me a crop rotation I have to stick to, including all the available crops apart from cover crops, although it did give me oilseed radish. I don't know why, but it did on one of them. But what I'll do is I'll put the oilseed radish in and then put a crop in then in the spring in that field. So what I'm going to do with these fields here, this field and the barley field, I'm going to take the numbers. We're number 43 here, and the one on the far side is number 38. So I'm going to put them into ChatGPT the way I did in the same chat window. I'm going to ask it to do a 6-year crop rotation calendar for both fields, a separate one. It'll be different. Now, downside is it could spin potatoes as one of the first crops to go in. If it does, like, because we can't lease the potato harvester, the cheapest potato harvester to buy is 100 grand. Now, there's nothing that says I can't buy it to put the crop in and then sell it again, which won't be this. Oh, look, I managed to plant flax in the other field. Uh-oh. Only saying that now. Yeah, there's nothing to say we can't buy something, use it and then sell it. So, but still, I haven't got 100 grand if it told me to put potatoes in, but that would be next year anyway. But like if I get a root crop now for next year, then there's nothing to stop me putting grass back in this field and making hay off it. Double jobbing, double cropping. You know yourself. So yeah, got to get the thinking hat on. Just because I might have a crop rotation that gives me a crop for next year doesn't mean I can't put grass in, if you know what I mean. Because that was actually thinking we should have put grass back in here again and go with a different crop that gets planted in the spring. Because at the moment the only choices I really have is wheat, barley and canola. I don't think there's any other ones. Let me see, crop calendar. We have a canola, clover. Well, they're grass crops, if you know what I mean. Mustard cover crop, oats. But that's kind of like that won't be ready until next year. Still could put it in, yeah. Okay, you could if that comes up. We could put that in. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll get this all done. Decent yield off this as well because the combine is nearly full. And of course, I decided to go around the field the wrong way, but I should make it to the end and I'll bring the trailer down and be able to unload. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't need the second handle, I don't have enough room here. And that's a half run anyway. Okay, before we do crop destruction. So yeah, that's my plan, is to continue with my crop rotation plan. On every single field I buy is going to have an individual crop rotation plan tied into all the crops that are on the map. And it might deal me a few, like if it deals me lavender, I need there's a modded cotton harvester to do the lavender, which really puts, like, you're talking 600 grand for a cotton harvester. So I kind of, in the back of my head, I kind of have the idea of, do we go to the pain of, tell me I'm mad if you think I'm, of sowing the crop and letting it wither because we can't harvest it. You know, this is what happens when you've too much time on your hands. You come up with mad ideas to make an already difficult challenge even more challenging, but sure, however, it's good fun. Anyway, let me get this off the field and we'll see how much we get out of this, how much flax we get, which of course we're going to hang on until we have that magic 240,000 to buy the oil mill. Then we'll be doing flax oil. Rolling up the hill. Our first field on the challenge complete. We've 5 more to go. We don't even own them yet. That's one down. When you get to the top, I wonder what we'll have in total. The trailer has 12,800 litres, I think. I think 12,880 or something like that. It's an uneven number. And we will just miss a tiny little bit. This is the way I swung around the top. And let's empty this into the trailer. Okay, we'll park that there for a minute and I'm going to get this into the bunker and come back. Okay, so that's that field down. I'll give you an update on the totals in a bit. I'm going to get this in and I'm going to get the baler and get the straw done. Flax straw will be different than the other straw because we can use it for to make fabric and that. So it's going to make a little bit of a difference. We'll have to just hang on to that until we can do that. I know we can probably sell it, but keeping in the spirit of the challenge of actually utilising whatever we get. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a production out of it. Anyway, let me get this sorted and get baling. Just getting the bales off the field and I'll give you a harvest update. So, everything done. 27,549 litres of barley. 17,363 litres of flax, which will go to flax oil. 12 straw bales, well, 11 and a half, and 11 flax straw bales. 10 and a half, you could say, because I did unload the half bale out of the baler. And barley, we're going to see what we're going to do with. Some of it will probably go, we might put down a chicken coop. We'll have a look at that. Flax itself is going to the oil mill, as I said. We'll make flax oil. Could look at getting the mill on the map. Let's just have a quick look. The mill on the map, the grain bakery. Oh, the mill. Where's the mill? Grain mill. Okay, I'll have to visit to get a price. 288,000. Ooh, it's a long way off. He might just place a mill. We have to use the productions for on the map for whatever we have that's coming off the field we've been assigned. Now, having said that, I would prefer to actually. I always press the wrong button. When I'm trying to fold this up, I always end up starting to unload it. I would prefer to own the mill on the map. That's been honest with the grain mill. But that's a long way off. Like, I mean, if you take the few productions we're looking at trying to have, then that's like close on 700,000. To own the three of them, which would be to make the fabric and make the oil mill using the flax. I think that worked out at close on 400,000, and then another 288 for the grain mill. So we'll have a look. I don't really want to start putting productions down, and like, I mean, I don't want a farmyard that's just full of productions. Now I could go with a smaller production. I could go with the enhanced base productions and fit them around the farm, but they still look a little bit, they look a little bit out of place. Could throw down one of our Matana's ones, but I don't want to do that either because they kind of do everything. What am I doing now? Yeah, I haven't done my crop rotation yet. I'm going to mulch these two fields. But before I do that, I'm going to do all my own work today, running 3-day months. So all my own work will be done today. But contracts, let me see. I've already had a look. So I've already decided to do. Where am I? I looked at them and now I've forgotten. That mowing contract, we have the equipment for it. That ploughing contract with our own equipment. And what was I looking at? Green bean harvest using their equipment, which we're allowed to do. Okay, so that's them taken care of. That's our 3 contracts for this month. And there is a bit of variety in it, and doing green beans is going to take a bit of time, but you know what? It is what it is, and I want to just do something different each month. Try and this will not do more than one. No, it's only going to do the one. I want to try and just do something different each month. Like, give me a line. I didn't go over, sure I didn't. No. Okay, gotta get these mulched up and get them ready, and then I'm going to do the crop rotation to see what it tells me I need to put into them. And I'll bring you back when we know exactly what's going on. Okay. All right, we're just finishing off our second field, our first flax field mulching. So this is ready once this is done, and I have done my crop rotation plan. Well, ChatGPT has done my crop rotation plan, and all will be revealed now when we get to the end of this run. Yeah, I asked it to do me a 6-year crop rotation plan for this field, number 43, and for field number 28, which is the one we took the barley out of, based on the crops which are not, what shall I say, not, what do you call them? Can't think of the name of them now. Cover crops. Yeah, cover crops. And you'll get there in the end. And yeah, what did it come up with? Well, this is what it came up with. going back to the crop calendar, I had a quick look to see, and I was thinking, well, canola can go in now, so we can do that. And then because of the modified calendar on this map, we can now put in oats. So we're kind of putting in winter oats. So effectively on these two fields, they're a little bit low on lime, but not much. We probably just leave them. We won't do them this year. We can actually get sown. And we can get oats in and canola in. At least I think our planter does canola. It does. Now, granted, it would be really nice to have a planter that puts in the fertilizer as well. At the same time, it just saves a second travel around the field. Granted, the fertilizer from the spreader is pretty straightforward. Let's just check the second-hand market. Now, I don't really want to go spend the money anyway. But let's see, any planters that have an option for. Now I know we bought our planter new. We could sell it. You know what? Moving forward, is it the wise thing to do? No, it's not. No, we'll keep our money. The one we have will do us. We've been very wise in this series to stretch things out and make do with what we have. That's the wrong door. It's behind this door, but we're going to need the other one anyway after, so might as well leave the door open now it's open. Yeah, very wise to stretch things out. Temptation is to jump and let's go ahead, but we need to get the fields bought. We need to get the oil mill bought. So, okay, let's go back to that for a minute. That's where we're going now. We're going to the barley field. So, let's see, oats, canola. There we go. We should have enough seed in that. I'll regret it if I have to come back and do more. But if I have to come back and do more, I have to come back and do more. Turn it on. Unfold. Turn it on. Drop it down. Do we only get one headland? No, we don't. We get 4. That's what I want. Okay. And it would help if I changed it over onto me instead of a worker. And off we go. So, what I'm going to do with this day, I'm going to use this day to get our own fields done, prepped and everything else. Day 2 then will be for our contracts. And we still have a third day if the weather was to turn nasty. Weather's bad on the third day. So, no, we're okay. We're okay. So, canola going in here, oats going in the other field. And then we'll do the fertilisation and the rolling. We're going to get weeds because this time we ain't ploughed the field. We don't have a sprayer. But there will be plenty of time to actually address that situation. Won't use a weeder because you do lose points on precision farming for using a weeder. Mechanical weeding will actually cost you very slightly. Not a lot. You could just ignore it. A lot of people do. Yeah, what the hell if I dropped it down? Missed a bit, but I'll get that the next time around. And off we go. Where are my seagulls gone? They didn't stay around very long. I think because I went out of the field. The line might have changed to the other field. I wasn't really paying that attention, but however, right. Let me work away at this. It's going to take a bit of time. And then we'll do the oat field. And then we've the other prep work to do as well. I'll update you as we work our way through it. Field 1 down. That's our canola in. And we go over to the other one now and plant oats. So obviously there's winter oats. Now, up, turn it off, and let's swap that over to oats. It should come up next nearly. No, we have to go back around. This does most crops. Of course, we need a planter for the likes of, there we go. We need a planter for the likes of corn and stuff like that. But this is, I think you need a planter for sorghum as well, if I remember. It looks like I missed a bit when I was doing the mulching, but I didn't. No, maybe there was maybe the GPS lines just missed a tiny bit. I remember doing the half line. Okay, turn it on. The line, and off we go. So we have our oats going in. I was just waiting to see would it actually work, or would it tell me not the season for planting oats. Oh, that worked. Yeah, it does look like I missed a bit. It could be a tiny little line that I just missed, but yeah, I'll get these in the field, and then we need to fertilise after that. And of course, we're going to need to roll, and thankfully, it's not going to rain, so we might even get our mowing contract done before the day is out. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's just 11:05 now. So doing quite well. You know what? I'm going to bump that up to 3 times speed. And run at that since we're running the 3 days. Okay. I'll crack on and get this in the bag, and then we move on to fertilising it. I kind of wasn't expecting that when I started today, that I was going to have these 2 fields harvested, straw baled, in the shed, the whole lot, and the next crop in. But that's the way it worked out with the crop rotation. I could have got a crop that wouldn't go in until next spring. In that case, I would have probably stuck grass in, which I'm going to allow myself to do to make most use out of the ground. So I would have got more hay bales. Now we've a decent stack of hay bales that we can sell down the line. Let's have a look. We go to stock check hay. 72,000 at the peak. So yeah, not bad. Okay, I'm going to get the fertiliser spreader and get these 2 fields fertilised. And then, of course, it'll be rolling after that. Okay, for some reason when I went to fertilise the fields, it isn't taking it, so I assume it won't until next month, which is unusual, because I usually fertilise straight away when I'm finished, but we'll try it again. It shouldn't be an issue with canola, because you would normally be able to sow canola in August anyway. That's how I thought at first, because I was doing the oat field, that it was an issue with the oats. So I'm kind of hoping now that when we move on to next month that I can get the oats and the canola both fertilised. I would say we're making good progress. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1300 hours. I just have the lines off on this because it's only giving me 1 headland again, which is a bit of a nuisance. So I might turn it back on once I run 3 headlands. Don't go in the other field? No, didn't. Good. I think the other field's been harvested. I think it was canola that was in that. So it's done. Okay, so we're making good progress anyway. Yeah, we'll have all our own work done now that we need to get done, and then we can step it up and get the contracts out of the way. I might do the mowing one, get it done, and then we'll move forward before doing either the ploughing or the green bean harvest. But for now, yeah, it's going pretty well. Well, that's it. Job done for now. Well, almost reached the top of the hill. Yeah, we'll try the fertilisation next month when we move forward. I'm going to get the John Deere now, hook up the mowers and go and do that mowing contract. Where is field number 23? Number 23. Ah, yeah. Remember this one. I think I've done a contract on it already. Just a little bit disappointing. Couldn't get the fertiliser. I kind of knew when I started driving down the field, there was nothing going out of the trailer. The litres was staying the same, so even though I put a pattern down. So then I thought maybe it doesn't need, try and find somewhere to park this that it won't be in the way, because it's a nuisance. It falls over. Where I put it was up against the side of the shed where I parked the trailer, and I moved it out to put the combine in. If I don't put it up against the fence, it's going to fall over. Okay, we're getting a bit erratic with our parking because we know we're going to need the vehicle, so I haven't put that in the way. Why am I so zoomed out so far from the... What was I doing? Oh, I left the header pretty tight. Should be okay. See, I'm going to move that workbench out of there and just park the combine in that end. And the header beside it. I think the only reason I backed it in here was because it was the only piece of wall that didn't have anything on it. Okay, field number 23. We're going to get up there. It's up the top of the map. It'll take me a bit to get up. And I'll knock this contract out before we move forward into the next day and do the other two. So I'll talk to you in a little while. I knocked out that mowing contract pretty quick, so we're on this ploughing contract already. It's a very, very long, narrow field, so it's literally going to be up and down. Let's see, I'll just put the lines on for a second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times. Up and down 16 times and we're done. So I'll probably get this done in this day. And then we just have our green bean contract, harvesting contract to get done when we move forward to tomorrow. Well, the seagulls are back again. They must be really happy with me today. I've given them plenty between doing their own sowing in their own fields and that. So yeah, this is just going to be this is the type of field where when you're doing this you need to be sitting back with a cup of tea. There's not much to do. Turn the tractor and point and shoot and off you go. I think it was a good call to get this ploughing contract done as well. We're on 99%. It was pretty, straight up and down. So I literally did what I said. I went and got a cup of tea. There we go. We're finished. It goes really quick when it goes on to 99, it seems to finish really fast. And that's it. So that's that one done. Done, dusted, in the bag. We're just going to move forward now to the next day and get our green bean harvest done. And then we move into the last day up to the end and sell our products. And we have goat milk to sell now this time. And we'll see where we stand money-wise at the end of the month. But for now, I'm just going to get back to the yard. It's going to take me a bit of time to get back. It would help if I put the cruise control back up. Just had it down so if I lifted the plough, the tractor didn't go mad and drive off at 42 kilometres an hour, which I doubt it would reach anyway. Okay, and get this back to the yard. Okay, just about to get stuck into this green bean harvest. I didn't realise, I knew there was one of the fields was close enough to our farm. Didn't realise it was the green bean harvest until I went to do the ploughing. Yeah, let's get a few lines here just so I can daydream while I'm doing it. And we're off. I prefer this over a pea harvest because the harvester holds more. So there's a fairly decent chance I'll get around the headland each time and can park the trailer at the end of the run and empty, and then off we go again and that. So it's just with doing the peas now, if you're doing a field this size, I think you'd probably get a quarter of the way around. Or not a quarter, sorry, 2/3, 3/4 of the way around. Just looking at the weather forecast coming in, we have hail at 10 o'clock, which ain't too far off. And we have a tornado and then lovely rain, more rain tomorrow. So it doesn't affect us anyway doing this harvest. So You know what? I'm gonna just drop that time back down to 2, just so I can work away on this, and hopefully we'll have it done by the time the rain gets here. Just in case it's going to affect us. It's to be delivered to the large farm, which is over where the Stone sell point is. I'll bring it back in when I'm delivering some of the stuff, because I haven't actually delivered anything there yet on this game save. So just to show you where it is, it's fairly accessible anyway. There's no problems getting in and out of it. Okay, I'll work away in the shadow on my own farm and just get this harvest done. In total, I think we're going to net about 18,000 from the contracts, if I'm right. Yeah, thereabouts, which has been kind of the norm. I had 1 month I got more than 20, but that was a once off. Other than that, it's been around 18 or a little bit lower. So you're not going to get huge big contracts anyway, because the fields aren't that big. Okay, I'll crack on and get this knocked out, see how long it'll take me. Well, the hail started just at about 10 minutes to 10 o'clock. It was down for 10. So I'd only a couple of runs left, I think at 3. So this is the last one. It didn't even fill. We'd one full bunker on the harvester. We didn't fill. The second one we're on 75%, probably got to 76. So yeah, we got through it. It took us. It took us a bit of time. All right. I kind of knew this would anyway, but it was kind of a case of, because we're only doing 3 contracts and I got through everything else so quick, I just decided, well, I won't say I got through it quick. I got through everything else because I'm running 3-day months. I had the time to do that. And yeah, in the challenge, there's no restriction on what I need. I could run 20 days a month if I wanted. It's just the way I normally play. I do run longer months. Should speed up. I had it set on 20, so I wasn't going too fast. I can actually bump that back up to its normal speed now, which is what, 27. Yeah, I just find that it gives you a bit of scope if you're going to get rain or hail or anything like that, that if you need to move on, you got a bit of space to work with. Whereas if you're only doing 1 day and you come in, it's raining, well then. I thought about doing a challenge in a certain way that you run the clock at by 5 and that's it. It doesn't change. You do 1 day months and that's it. It doesn't suit the way I like to play. I'm not in a rush. Okay, so we're going to get this up to sell point. I tell you, go up through the yard quicker, or yeah, it would be. Get off the field and go through my own yard. I don't mind doing that. Okay, I'll bring you back in when I get up there just to show you where the sell point is. Okay, big farm sell point coming up. I'm not going to try hold back any of the peas on this, or the peas, green beans on this, because I don't think there's much point. Now, there's 3 different sell points in here. There's actually 4. Now, I'm going to mark the one we're at. What are we at? Large farm selling station. Let's mark it just to be 100%. Because I don't think you can sell on the other ones anyway. Green beans. Not showing up there. Are they in the first one? I went past them, didn't I? I could just see them in the map, couldn't I? Green beans. Large farm. Tag. There we go. Yeah. It is the silo, not in the shed. I thought it was in the shed. Vegetables are in the shed. That's what it was. That's why I wasn't sure. Now, so make sure we were on the right one. Let's dump this. See what we get when we hit 99, 100%. We're not going to get that. We got 1639 plus 233. So that was 1862. Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Right, I'll leave that there. I'll leave him there. I'll jump back to the yard. Get into the shelter, out of the storm. Let's collect the contracts and see what we got. Before we do, we're on 38,322. Collect, collect, collect. We're now 55,623. Okay, that's all right. That's not bad. That is 18,000. We should probably have pallets here. We haven't got the ball yet though. We have milk. They have water. They have everything. Okay. All right. Right. What we're going to do? We're going to move forward. I'm going to gather up all the product and that because it's sell time. And I'll bring you back in just a moment. Okay, we're loaded up. I'm going to go to the sell points and get rid of this stuff. It's the supermarkets and the shops this time. I don't have to go up to where did I have to go the last time? Somewhere up there. I can't remember. I know that they do kind of spread around now. I do have to go to the dairy, the goat milk for the first time. And yeah, we'll cover that off. I might move the time forward a bit more before I bring the goat milk, just so that we have it all. Oh, my fault. Yeah, I have a conundrum though that's just come up. I'll put that on 17 so I don't crash. Yeah, a conundrum that's come up. I'll tell you what, I'll stop. Second-hand market. We have a new Holland T7. She's the older version, but she's 171. It will go to, we're limited. We can't go all the way to 212, but we can go to 203, which would be 11 grand extra, which we're not doing anyway. If we do go for it, it's 47. Now, I'm thinking, like, I really want to hang on to my money though. I don't want to, like the John Deere, I could swap out straight away, but I like the John Deere. The Steyr, yeah, it'll cost me a bit. So it's something I need to think about. You know what? I'll sell these products, then I'll have a think about it because 10 grand in the bank is 10 grand in the bank, or 8 grand in the bank is 8 grand in the bank. But the tractor with a CVT transmission could make a whole lot of a difference in the wet conditions, even if it's on 171 horsepower as opposed to the 175 we have in the John Deere. So I'll get these products sold and then we'll see what the balance goes up to and we'll have a look at it. I don't think I can go forward with the time again, or that's going to disappear off the market. Maybe not. Anyway, let me get these sold because I have to see what has to go where, because I didn't actually sort them in order when I was putting them on like I did before, because I just got lazy. I just stacked what I had at the time. Yeah. And shut that down and I'll get this done and I'll bring it right back when everything is sold. I don't know whether I had you here with me before. This is what's known as the small village shop. There you go. Keep driving in around the back, but I presume the front of it is shop like. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. So we're up to 63,211. And I think I will go for that New Holland. I'm just going to see. I want to see. I need to put a loader attachment on. Because that Steyr has the loader. Or this Steyr has the loader. I want to work out what it's going to cost me. Because you get a better price on the tractor at the shop than you do just on the menu. Now, let's see. Drop our trailer there for the moment. Around the back. I'm still having my doubts whether to sell it or not. Okay, if I sell it now, I get 43 here. Okay, and then New Holland is costing me $47.50, so it's cost me 4,500 hours. Many hours are on this one. New Holland has 22. Steyr has 32. Yeah, I think we'll do this because we kind of just, it'll be us done with. We sell that now. Our money's gone down a bit because we repainted it. So on 106. We're on this. Oh, I never checked the loader. It's gone anyway. I think it was a Hero anyway. Okay, so that's added on an extra 1,500, which I knew it would do. Tires and that were okay for now. Does this take narrows? Does it? If we need to, yeah. That's handy. Standards, everything else. Not putting anything else on it. Okay. Bye. So we're down a bit, which we knew we would be. Just need to repair it now. We can bump this up another almost 40 horsepower. Needs be. Repair. Not repainting. Okay. There you go. So we've achieved a lot in this episode and we got payback with this tractor. Now, I still have the goat milk to sell. What I'll do, I won't sell it. I'll hold it until the next episode and I'll sell it in the next episode because we've done so much in this episode that I'm going to finish it here. Like we done our harvests of our first flax field on the challenge done, and then we done our barley field. The flax straw is stored, the flax itself is stored until we get the oil mill. Straw bales are stored, barley is stored, and we got our 2 fields re-sown in our crops, which if you've been following along with the episode you'll see we have a crop rotation calendar for both fields, or crop rotation plan for both fields, and we have canola gone into the barley field and oats, because you do winter oats on this map, gone into the other field. Our 3 contracts brought us in about 18,000. We're doing okay. The farm itself is doing okay. At the moment, we're going to push forward now. We've no more work really to do on our farm, apart from our grass field when it's ready, to check the 2 fields we've sown next month to see can we put fertiliser on them because it wouldn't work. And of course, we're going to have to check them for weeds. And there was a hardy sprayer in the market for 11,000. But I said for the time being, I'll just pass on it because it didn't have the pulse width modulation or the seek and spray settings, and you can get lucky in the second-hand market that sometimes they do appear on them. But I have to say, at the end of it now, I'm chuffed with everything the way it's gone. I'm delighted with our new acquisition with this CVT drive on it rather than the normal gearboxes we have. Well, the one on the John Deere slightly better. I'm happy enough with what I have now going forward with these tractors to stick with them. The only thing I would change is if we could get the other John Deere, the SL Modern one, the one that I really like. Yeah, I would probably go for it. It goes up to, I think, is it 200 and something horsepower as well, 210 or something, or it's something around that. So I would consider that, but I think we're done with tractors. We're definitely done with the combine. And yeah, we're done with August as well. So once again, episode number 10, Wola Zabierzowska, done, dusted, in the bag. Very progressive, a lot achieved. Really happy the way things went. If you're still here, you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you're not subscribed, I really appreciate if you just bang that button and even hit the notification bells if you want to follow on this series. It's turned out to be quite challenging, which it is, in that you'd like to move quicker, but you can't because you have to keep watching the purse, the money all the time. But that's going to change now. That's going to change. We have income coming from the goat milk as well, and that will increase as time goes on. And as I said, our next goal is to have a look and see, will we put down the chicken coop somewhere? If we have somewhere we can put it, that'll fit in our yard setup. I don't want it looking untidy. I want to keep it tidy. So we'll have a look at that moving forward, and that'll all be in the next episode. So for now, all that's left for me to do is, as per usual, say goodbye until the next time. So with that, bye bye for now.